Right now you have...
With all the stamps required through the official channels, even in those circumstances, then it would be not possible to go further due to the status of Mr.
Zardari. So he cannot be tried in Swiss courts.
Absolutely.
Even if you get a complete, not like incomplete facts which you have received right now, even if you get like a proper document requesting you to go for a case, reopening of the case against President Zardari, this cannot happen, right?
This is correct.
Okay. So now, you were talking about the case. There should be like witnesses, right? So in this particular...
There were witnesses in our procedure before it was closed and before the Attorney General of Pakistan sent me the withdrawal request through through the Embassy of Pakistan in Bern. Yes.
So I would like to ask you one thing, Zappelli. The request which was made by the former Attorney General of Pakistan, was it a written request or like a verbal request?
In written.
It was a written request.
Absolutely. It was, as I told you, I received a letter from the Embassy of Pakistan in Switzerland.
Okay.
So in June, dated June the 4th, 2008.
Yeah, 2008, June 4th, yeah.
And in this letter, they please receive the letter of the Attorney General of Pakistan. That's it.
So it was a formal request which was made by the government of Pakistan.
Yes.
By the Attorney General of Pakistan, and through the embassy in Switzerland, through the Pakistan embassy in Switzerland, to shut down the cases, right?
Yes.
This was on the June 4th, 2008.
I received it. There were two letters. There was the letter of the embassy, dated June the 4th, and within this letter, within this package, if I can say, official package, there was within the letter of the formal Attorney General of Pakistan. I don't remember when was dated the letter of the Attorney General of Pakistan. I think it was April or so. But I've got all the documents in my files, so they are here.
Okay. So now one thing we are clear is that the cases against President Asif Zardari cannot be reopened in the Swiss courts because of his immunity, one. Two, at that time when there was a trial going on, when he was not the President of Pakistan, at that time the witnesses were there. But now it's an altogether different ball game. Now he's the President of a country, a chief, and then again no cases can be reopened in Switzerland. So even if you get like a proper document which says that you should reopen cases against them, fine. Now what happens if you receive a proper document saying that you should reopen the cases against President Asif Zardari and the international law which you have explained very rightly? What will happen? What will be your response telling the Pakistan government?
But obviously, what I would answer through the proper channels I would write to the embassy of Pakistan and answer the NAB or any other official office in your country, and I would answer that due to the immunity, it's impossible to go further.
Sure.
I'm surprised by this request. To be frank, as it's well known within the world that no president can be tried. Period. In the whole world, there is only one exception. There are only two exceptions.
Okay.
Exception one: if the country of origin lifts the immunity.
Okay. So if
I don't know whether it's possible according to your law, but if your constitution says that your president is immune, then end of the story. Exception number 2, for crimes which are so terrible, like genocide or so, even a current president of the state can be tried, but only to the international court, criminal court. It was for Mr. Milosevic in Yugoslavia, former Yugoslavia, or in Rwanda, this kind of tribunals. It's the International Criminal Court.
So
the ordinary crimes, if I can say so, are not an exception. So.
Okay. If let me rephrase this thing. If the Supreme Court of Pakistan decides that the President of Pakistan, Asif Ali Zardari, does not enjoy the immunity inside and outside Pakistan, will you be able to open cases against him?
Oh, then it would be a different matter. And but we are speaking only theoretically.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether it's possible or not to go after a president in exercise in Pakistan. The big question would be, if your Supreme Court decides to lift the immunity of your president, why don't your country try him again in Lahore, while as it was decided, as the same Supreme Court decided in 2001?
Okay, so
this is obvious.
Okay, what you're saying is that he should
That's what I was talking when I was speaking about homework.
Okay, so this is the homework you want us to do. That if you really want to try the guy, you should try the President of Pakistan. The trial should be made of the President of Pakistan in the country first.
It's only logical.
By removing immunity, right?
It's logical. Just suppose that Mr. Zappelli does not enjoy immunity.
Okay.
What does stop your judicial authorities to continue the trial, which started 11 years ago, and which is not closed, to the best of my knowledge? Because if you decide not to go after him in your country, how can I prove that there was corruption? Because you cannot launder money when the money is clean. It has to be the product of a crime, and to prove that it is a product of a crime, but you have to prove that there was a crime. And which is the best way to prove there was a crime committed in Pakistan by Pakistani against the state of Pakistan? I think that the Pakistan itself would be highly interested in knowing what happened, and I don't know whether I cannot say that Mr. Zardari is guilty or not. I've got no clue.